Hi everyone, my name is Alex Woodside and I'm here to provide some tips and tricks to help you prepare for the NSBA 8th grade All-State Percussion Audition. In this video, I'll be covering some general ideas for preparing for the timpani portion of the audition. If you find this video helpful, make sure to check out the other videos in this series as you prepare the different sections of the audition material. Just like the general recommendation videos for the other parts of the percussion audition, I'll start with some recommendations I have about the equipment you'll want to use when performing and practicing for your audition. Since timpani are insanely expensive, you'll probably be limited in terms of the instruments you can use, and you'll probably need to use whatever timpani you have at your school. You will want to check with your band director and make sure that the timpani heads have been replaced and tuned within the last year or two. Also, make sure that there are no holes or dents in the timpani heads. If there are, you'll want to replace them before you record your audition. In terms of mallet selection, you'll want a softer general mallet for the roll part of the audition. I recommend using the innovative Percussion IP CT1s or the Vic Firth T1 Generals. For this recording, I'm going to be using the Vic Firth T1 Generals. These mallets will help you create a sustained sound without creating a ton of contact noise. However, you are going to want to use a harder felt-wrapped mallet for the etude part of the recording, since this part of the audition involves faster rhythms that require more clarity and articulation. For this purpose, I prefer the Vic Firth T4 Ultra Staccatos or the innovative Percussion IP BT7s or GT5s. For this recording, I'll actually be using the Cloyd Duff Model 2s, but there are a lot of different options that will work well to create a precise, articulate sound. These mallets will make sure you're playing with a clear attack and demonstrate your mastery of the rhythms involved in this portion of the audition. When it comes to timpani grip, we want to hold the mallets in a very similar way to the way that we hold a snare drum stick. Put your fulcrum, again, about 1/3 of the way up the mallet shaft, and then curl the rest of your fingers around the mallet so you have solid control over the mallets. As always, we want to hold the mallet with as little tension as possible without dropping the mallet. Like the mallet and snare drum portions of the audition, we should be able to pull the mallet out of our hand without any resistance. There are 3 different styles of grip that are commonly used when playing timpani. There's the German grip, where our palms face flat to the ground, French grip, where our palms are vertical, and American grip, which is sort of a mixture of the other 2. All 3 grips will work well to create good tone, so use whichever grip you find helps you create the best possible sound on the instrument without restricting your motion or creating extra tension in your hands or arms. The timpani are unique in that the playing spot for timpani is not in the center of the head. Instead, lay your mallets in a triangle, with the heads of the mallets in the center of the head of the timpani and the shafts pointing to the 2 tension rods on either side of the pedal. Your playing spot for each drum will be roughly in the middle of this triangle you've just made on the head. Another way to think about the timpani playing spot is to imagine a spot on the head directly above the pedal and about 3 to 4 inches in from the rim. You may need to do some experimenting to find the sweet spot on the head that produces the best tone on each drum. Keep in mind that the sweet spot for larger drums is going to be slightly further in from the rim than the sweet spot for smaller drums. When playing timpani, we use a very similar stroke to the type we use when we play concert bass drum. The idea is to draw the sound out of the drum rather than trying to drive the mallet through the head. We can still get an articulate sound and throw the mallet toward the head, but we aren't trying to play to an imaginary point beneath the actual head. Timpani heads respond much better when we play with a lighter stroke, so try using a more gentle touch when playing these instruments. Thank you for watching and for taking another step toward mastering the timpani portion of the NSBA 8th grade All-State Percussion Audition. Please check out the other videos in this series for more detailed information about the different parts of the timpani audition and the other sections of the percussion audition as a whole.